Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to this month's freshly baked at Leegality. I'm Shubhesh Kanodia, product marketer at Leegality, and joining me today are Anshul and Donit from the product team. But for the first ones who are joining us for the first time, I just wanted to sort of quickly touch upon what freshly baked at Leegality is. And it's a monthly showcase wherein we'll be showcasing you the new features we're launching in the month before. And here you'll be the first one to witness new features in action. It's like having a front row seat, to future of digital documentation. Not just that, we just don't want to showcase you features. We want to delve deeper, and we want to understand from the product managers themselves how these features can unlock greater efficiencies and give ROI for your unique use cases. And as I said, before everyone joined, or when few people had joined, that this would be a good opportunity for anyone who wants to talk to a product team. If you have any questions, suggestion, feedback, you can speak directly with them in this 1 hour. So with that, let's get right into today's agenda. We'll be showcasing you two features today. One is quick sign and the other one is payment collect. For both of these features, we will be telling you what, why, and how of the features. And after this is done, you'll have the Q&A session wherein you can either send the questions in the question and answer box or even in the chat. And if you want, you can even raise your hand and we'll give you mic access to talk. So with that, getting to the first feature, which is quick sign. And typically, and I'm sure, like, because everyone is a client on this call, everyone has done some sort of digital journey with Leegality. And a typical eSign process, it involves multiple steps. It will have your OTP verification, then you will have to authenticate your identity, you'll have to give eSign consent, and then only once you've done all of this, you get to the final signature. And in most scenarios, in a typical journey, these multiple steps, they're a welcome friction. What I mean, you need these steps because they enhance your security, your enforceability, and compliance. But we realize, and a lot of times you've heard from our clients also, that there are some documents where they don't need each and every step. Documents, there are documents which don't need this level of security. For example, appraisal letters, exit documents, patient admission forms in healthcare. There there can be any document which may not have requirements, may not have the kind of requirements that a typical document may have. For such documents, the authentication steps involving an e-sign becomes bad friction. They hinder your speed, they take away from the customer experience. What I'm trying to say is there are certain documents wherein you just want the signer to do the e-sign as fast as they can. For such use cases, we've introduced quick sign. I would now like to invite Anshul and tell us a bit more about QuickSign and show us how it works. Anshul, over to you.
Thank you, Shubhesh. Hi, everyone. I welcome you to our third episode of Freshly Baked channel, Freshly Baked for Legality. So, as Shubhesh said, that in certain cases, you want the signer to be able to sign as quickly as they can. For example, appraisal letters, as Shubhesh said, admission forms, etc. And in related use cases, such as non-critical onboardings, you want the experience to be as great as it can be without any friction point. So while we were analyzing this problem statement, we found that OTP verification is that key point which causes the most friction. Because a lot of time what happens is there's a network problem. The user is not within network range, so they don't receive these OTP messages at all. Sometimes due to some certain problems, the message delivery is delayed. In a lot of cases, when you receive the OTP, your inbox is already so full that you'll need to go through it and find it and then copy it and paste it. So it's a lot of hassle, especially for the cases where you want the experience to stand out and no drops should happen. So quick sign is something that is designed especially to deal these use cases and address these use cases and deal with the problems. So without further ado, I'll share my screen. Shubhesh, please confirm once it is shared.
It's visible.
All right. So I'll log in. This is my legality dashboard. So I'll log in. And on this dashboard, as an administrator, you will be able to set up a quick sign. As I was saying, that a quick sign is a new e-signature type. You'll be able to set it up. So once you have talked to our CS team and they have configured it, you'll be able to see it in departments, e-signature. Here you'll be able to see quick sign. So there are multiple ways a quick sign can happen. So draw, text type, affixing fingerprint, all of that should that is available. So you must be well versed with these, because these are also available in virtual sign. So for draw, you'll be able to draw the signature quickly. In text type, you'll be able to choose a pre-selected font, a pre-generated font while signing the document as a signer. In affixing fingerprint type, you'll be able to affix it. So once it is turned on from the accounts level, accounts tab, it will be available for your senders to be configured in the sending journey. So now let's see how the journey would look like for a sender. So I'm going to create a new document. At this step, I'm required to upload a document. I can either upload a pre-added template or I can upload a PDF document. So I've uploaded the document. I can see it here. I'll go to next. And at this stage, I'm required to enter the invitee details. So I'll enter the name, I'll enter the email ID or phone number. And then in signature type, I'm required to select a signature type. So at the bottom, I can see a new option now. Earlier, only these options were available, but now I can see quick sign also here. So when I go to settings, I see these options. So here, we see that allow invite to choose computer generated signature. It is the most efficient one. So when only this one is selected and others are disabled, in this case, a super fast three-step journey kicks in, where the user, the signer, sees the preview of the document, clicks on the CTA, a pop-up opens, they just agree with the consent, and the document is signed. This is the quick, super fast three-step signing process. So I want to show you that, and I'll click on save. In the invitee level options, all the security features that you wanted, most of them are available. And you can also require the signer to upload supporting documents and other things. But please keep in mind, if you're adding any additional step, that super fast three-step process for the signing would not kick in. So I want to show you the use case where that journey is kicking in. So I'm not selecting any of the additional requirement or security features. So now I've added the invitee. I'll go to next. So this is the stage where I finalize the document. I preview it. I see where the signature will be placed and all of that. So once I've finalized it, I'll click on send. So this completes my sending journey. I see the document here. I see that it is active for this particular signer. And since I had sent it to myself, I also see an option to sign it. So this covers the first part where the sending was getting done. Now let's see how the signing journey would look like for your customers. I would click on sign. So changing it to mobile so that we can see how it looks like in a mobile screen. So here I can see the document. This is where I land. In other journeys, when I would have clicked on proceed, I would have landed on an OTP authentication screen. But since this is quick sign, this is step one. When I click on proceed, I see this pop up and my name is already there. I can edit it if I want. So I would add my surname. So here it automatically updates in the computer generated font style. I can select whichever one I want, agree to the consent. This is step two. And finally, I click on sign document and I'm done. It's as simple as that. So your cases, like as Shubhesh mentioned, for those cases where you want the experience to stand out, this is the e-sign type that you should be choosing. That's pretty much it about the demo. Back to you, Shubhesh.
As you must have all seen, this is very easy. It's just a three-step process wherein Anshul is, first previewing the document, then giving e-sign consent and signing the document. Just in three steps, you're done. And we've removed every other step which previously would have become an hurdle for you. Moving on to the next feature, which is payment collect. And banks and NBFCs in India, they often collect payments like stamp duties or even application fee or onboarding fee, for example. And so far, it was managed in one of these two ways from what we found out from our clients and prospects. First was people were integrating, or businesses were integrating two flows. One flow, first flow to collect payment, and the second one to execute the document. But here again, the problem is you have to manage two flows, and chances of one of them breaking becomes high, which ultimately breaks your entire flow. It wasn't too ideal. The second way was they were changing the business processes itself. For example, let's say if there's a bank who's disbursing loan, they will deduct the stamp duty amount from the loan amount and then disburse it. None of these was ideal. And because of this, we've launched Payment Collect. With Payment Collect, you can collect any kind of payment, be it stamp duty, onboarding fee, vendor onboarding fee, application fee, any fee that you want to collect at the time of executing your document. You can with Payment Collect. That means no additional integration and no need to change your business processes at all. In the same flow, you collect the payment and execute the document. Now, to show us how it works, I would now like to invite Ronit. Ronit, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Shubhesh. Many digital documentation use cases involve a payment to be done by the end customer, you, the client, or both. Such a payment is closely linked to an agreement being reached between the parties involved, and this agreement itself is marked by e-signing. So it is imperative to have a very close linkage between the payment leg and the e-signing leg. Many entities in BFSI and allied sectors have realized this. So we are providing them with a way to seamlessly integrate payment collection in their digital documentation flow. So what is Payment Collect? This feature uses the client's credentials of BillDesk or Razorpay to facilitate payments. The transfer of money occurs from the end customer's bank account to the client's bank account. There is no involvement of Legality's account anywhere in this flow. We have integrated with two payment aggregators, BillDesk and Razorpay. So depending on your choice, you can integrate with either of the two or both the payment aggregators. Let me share my screen to show hands-on how this works. Subhash, let me know when my screen is visible.
It's visible.
All right. So here we are on Legality's dashboard. I can go to the account tab in departments and in payment collect. Okay. In this tab, you'll be linking your payment account with Legality. For the purpose of this demo, I've already configured a payment account. If you have linked your payment account with Legality, you then need to turn on the enable payment collection toggle. So this has been disabled. Let me enable this and click on update. Now your organization will be able to use the payment collect feature. So let us take a look at the journey from a person who is sending out a document for e-signing. I click on the new document flow. I upload a document. Here I have an invitee whom I need to send the document out for e-signing. I click on invitee level options. Now I can see a toggle called collect payment. So I turn it on. Next, I choose one payment account from the list of payment accounts that we had linked in previously in the account tab. Here we had linked just one, so there's one payment account. Next, I'll add the amount to be collected. Okay. And then I can add a custom message which will be visible on the payment page. This can include the breakup of the total amount to be collected or any other message which you wish to show the signer. Now I click on save and I send this document out for e-signing. Okay. So now let us take a look at the payment flow from a signer's perspective. So after the document preview step, the next immediate step is the payment screen. Here, you can see the payment amount to be collected, the test payment message which we had configured, and a pay online button. So now I click on the pay online button. Next is the payment checkout page which opens up. Here, for the sake of this demo, I'm clicking on net banking. I can select a test bank and I click on make payment. Now this is a system generated callback simulator only for testing purpose. So I select status as success and submit.
Ronald, if I'm not wrong, our end signers will not see that screen at all.
Correct, correct. They
Them
won't.
will be a seamless journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And after payment has been completed successfully, our end signers will now see a payment success screen, and then they can proceed with the signing journey as it had been configured. So I'm done with signing. From a sender's perspective, to check whether signing and payment has been completed, I'll come on the document details page. I'll just hit refresh once. Now, as you can see, the signing has been completed and payment has also been completed. To view details of the payment, I can simply click on the details button and I see the payment status as completed. I see the amount paid as rupees 17. I see the payment date and the payment ID.
Ronald, will these details be also visible in secure audit trail?
Yeah, the payment amount will be visible in the secured audit trail.
Awesome. Could you show everyone on the call how it would look?
So as you can see, there is an event of our payment captured and the payment amount which is visible over here. Okay, stopping screen share.
Great. Thanks a lot, Ronald. Uh, as you all saw, like in the same journey, the sender was first configuring the amount they need to collect, and then the signer was paying without any additional configurations or integrations. All you have to do is add your payment gateway, be it BillDesk or Razorpay, to Leegality, and then while sending, configure the amount you need to collect, and the signer will have no option but to first complete the payment, and then only they'll be able to sign the document. And I know a lot of people might be wondering that this feature has been available in Legality for a while. Why are we showcasing this today? So till now, we were only supporting Razorpay, and from now onwards, we are also supporting BillDesk. If you have a payment gateway that you think you have a good use case for, do let us know, or do let your customer success manager know, and we'll test it internally and assess whether this is something we need to provide support for. Is that correct, Ronit?
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. Can we move on to the next slide? Awesome. So I know Freshly Baked happens on a different date each month, but it's usually towards the end of the month. And you can be the first one to know when we are hosting our next edition, which will be somewhere around 20th of Feb. To know the exact date, you can opt into our WhatsApp updates or email updates simply by scanning the QR code that's on your screen right now, or you can even follow the link that's there on the screen, and we'll send you updates or information notifications right on your uh, WhatsApp or email whenever we are having the next showcase. A little bit about next showcase. In fact, this is good gateway to that. I'm quite excited for next month's showcase. This is something we've been building our entire last year, and I know for sure this is going to change the way our clients work. This is going to, in fact, change the way digital paperwork happens in India. This is so big. I'm not even kidding. It is going to change your legality experience for sure. So, yeah, I would highly recommend you guys sign up for the updates. And with that, we've come to the end of the showcase. If anyone has any questions, you can send it in the Q&A box or in the chat, or even you can, raise your hands. Okay, I think we have a first question, Anshul, which is about QuickSign. So, is QuickSign valid under the IT Act? Short answer is yes, it is.
Yeah, so you're right. As we were talking about in the introduction, these are the cases where you want a quick journey to happen without any friction. But nevertheless, it is still still a signature that is happening. It is better than click wraps, where just a consent is getting recorded. Here, an actual sign is getting placed on the document. Along with that, you also get the audit trail. So yes, as Shubesh answered, it is.
Okay, we have a raised hand from DSN Murthy. Sir, you can speak now. Hey, hi, sir. Yeah, we can hear you.
Sir, how can we integrate the bill desk payment gateway, sir?
Okay, Ronit, do you mind showing it on the product how we can integrate BillDesk with Leegality?
Yeah, sure. So to integrate BillDesk with Leegality, you first need to have a BillDesk account. You can contact BillDesk for creating a BillDesk account. And after you have a BillDesk account, let me just share my screen and log in.
Already we have a relationship with bill desk, sir. Can we use that account here?
Yes, you can use the account. You will only need to provide Leegality with the merchant ID, your client ID, and your HMAC key. After entering these, you'll be able to use Payment Collect with BillDesk. So in Payment Collect, if I choose BillDesk as a payment gateway and I click on link account, I'll have three fields visible over here: client ID, merchant ID, and HMAC key. Uh, then I can fill the client ID, merchant ID, and HMAC key which I've received from BillDesk to successfully link my BillDesk account with Leegality. Currently, we do not have these credentials, so we won't be able to link it, but you can use your credentials on the Sandbox account provided by your CSM.
Any, any charges applied for each sign payment?
On Sandbox, there are no charges. For production usage, you can speak with your customer success manager for the pricing.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Ronit. We have another question on QuickSign by Udaya, and the question is: so is QuickSign valid in the case of loan offer letters and other documents related to availing loans? So, Udaya, it is valid, yes, but you will face issues with enforcement for documents that you need to, sort of take to the court. But if enforcement is a priority for you, then honestly, we would not recommend using QuickSign, even if it is valid. However, for certain documents, where enforcement may not be a priority, and you just want to collect signatures as fast as you can, like I said when I was talking about QuickSign, there from an operational standpoint, QuickSign could be very useful. So it honestly depends what your priority is. I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, please feel free to raise your hand and we'll give you the mic access. Yeah, so next steps, what would be the next steps for all of you if you're interested in these two features that we showcased today? So yeah, you can either tell us that you want a customized demo for these two products on the email ID that I've sent in the chat, or you can even talk to your customer success manager if that's easier, and tell them that you're interested in these two features, and they'll definitely set up a customized demo for you. I guess we don't have any other questions, so we can end. Thanks a lot, everyone, for joining us today. We'll see you in the next edition.